How the Saudi King Salman travels will make you cry of jealousy. Wherever Saudi King Salman travels, he is accompanied by his personal 800 attendants, out of which 150 are his private chef. Whenever the rich and powerful travel across the world, they are accompanied by the army and many other important people. Just like when the American president travels, he is accompanied by bodyguards, Secret Service agents, and many other personal delegates, who keep him safe and secured. Another person who enjoys this service is the Saudi King, Salman bin Abdulaziz. King Salman is one of the most important kings in the world, as he is the King of Saudi Arabia. He is the owner of billions and billions of dollars. Whenever he travels anywhere in the world, it is known by the entire world that he is on a journey. The Saudi royals have long had a reputation of traveling in a style befitting a country sitting on some of the largest crude oil reserves in the world. His travel entourage includes two Boeing 747, a Boeing 757-200, a Boeing 777-300, a Boeing 7878, and an Airbus A34000. His son, Mohammed bin Salman, and other family members have their own personal aircraft for their travels. His son, Mohammed bin Salman, and other family members have their own personal aircraft for their travels. This aircraft has a luxury bedrooms, conference rooms, toilets, bathrooms, dining rooms, kitchens, and even recreational rooms. In the first visit by a Saudi ruler in almost half a century, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud arrived in Indonesia for a 9-day tour of the world's most populous Muslim nation. The king spent a few days in Jakarta and West Java before heading to the popular tourist island of Bali. On the Indonesian leg of a month-long Asia tour that's already taken him to Malaysia, and which will also see him going to China, Japan, and the Maldives. And according to media reports, he wasn't traveling light. The king was traveling with 459 metric tons of luggage, approximately 505 US tons, the Jakarta Post reported. For anyone struggling to wrap their heads around how that compares to your more traditional 40-pound luggage allowance, the average African elephant reportedly weighs between 2.5 and 7 US tons. His luggage followed in a fleet of 7 aircraft that included Boeing 747s, 777s, a 757, a 737, and a Lockheed C-130 Hercules transport aircraft. The more unconventional things in his luggage include 2 Mercedes-Benz S600 and 2 freestanding electric elevators. This might seem odd, but it isn't even the first time the lavish leader has traveled with an elevator. As President Director Haji Gunawan said, 63 tons of the cargo was being unloaded in Jakarta, with the remaining 396 tons being taken to Denpasar, Bali. According to Indonesian news agency Antara, King Salman is traveling with no less than 1,500 people, including 10 ministers, 800 delegates, and 25 princes, who traveled to Indonesia in 36 different flights over 3 weeks. Back in 2015, when King Salman was on a state visit, he too booked out every single one of the 222 rooms in the Four Seasons Hotel Washington, D.C. in Georgetown when he traveled to the US on a state visit in 2015. The same year, the king annoyed the entire town of Côte d'Azur when he caused local police to close down a popular public beach close to his residence. The king even deployed one of his 2 elevators so he could go to the beach straight from his compound. A 1,000-strong entourage accompanied him on that trip. And when the king was supposed to travel to the Maldives in 2017, he wanted his yacht to be there when he got there. His luxury craft, the $300 million 34-bedroom Al Salama, was docked at a port in May, even though King Salman ended up changing his plans last minute and not visiting after all. Even the kingdom's relatively minor royals travel in style. In 2017, a Saudi royal booked the entire economy section of a flight for his 80 Falcons, flying with him and his entourage. Even the king's son MBS travels in style. When MBS and his entourage visited Hollywood as part of a US charm last year, the Crown Prince booked the entire Four Seasons Los Angeles at Beverly Hills. And he never even stayed at the hotel, it was just for his entourage. Earlier that year, he did the same thing at the Plaza Hotel in New York City when he and his posse were in town for a conference. Earlier this year, the 33-year-old traveled with a truckload of personal luggage for just a 3-day visit to Paris, France. It seems as if the phrase "live life, king size" was written for them.